Welcome. In this playthrough Marvel Champions, a card game, we have my first play with a Valkyrie using the precon deck going up against Rhino. So down at the table for our setup, we have our main scheme for Rhino. We're using just the standards, so Rhino 1 and 2, got the standard set, and we're using the recommended bomb scare. He just has one main scheme, so if we get 7 on this, we've gone too far and lost the game. So starting off with Rhino 1, he's got a scheme of 1, attack of 2, and 14 health, and then when he moves on, he gets scheme of 1, attack of 3. Then we're going to search the encounter deck and discard pile for the break and a take it side scheme and reveal it, and he's got 15 health. For Valkyrie, she's got a thwart of 1, attack of 2, and 1 defense. Her death perception, hero action, play the set aside death glow upgrade as if it were in your hand size of 5 and 12 hit points. Alter ego side, recovery of 4. For setup, we set the death glow upgrade aside out of play. And her action is not this day. Detach the death glow and set it aside out of play. Hand size of 6 on this side. Then her death glow is a 1-cost upgrade. We attach it to an enemy. Forced interrupt. When attached enemy is defeated, set this card aside out of play. If Valkyrie defeated that enemy, we ready her. And I'm using the standard deck with just one modification. With me, typically, if we have cards in here that are max 1 per player and I'm playing solo, I just take that out down to 1, and we're just going to put in the Thor Jane Foster version and get ready to get started. All right, finish our setup, shuffling our encounter deck. Then Brunhilde gets her 6 cards. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Throg, Shield Maiden, Genius, liking those, or Spear, Strength, and Annabelle Riggs. So we'll pitch those 2. End up with the Flight of Valkyrie and Smashing the Problem. So we will flip over, bring in Annabelle, thwart of 1, attack of 1, and 2 health. Alter ego action, exhauster, search the top 5 cards of your deck for a Valkyrie card, add it to your hand, and shuffle the rest back into your deck. Coming in and drawing first blood on Rhino. Down to 13. Then we're going to bring in Throg, thwart of 1, attack of 2, and 2 health. After he enters play, give him a tough status card. If you are engaged with a minion, we are not. So just coming in and attacking for 2. Down to 11. Then we're going to use Flight as a resource. Where are we? Nope, no point in really doing that. We're just going to attack for 2 ourselves. Down to 9. And end her turn. We'll keep Smash the Problem. Combat Training, Have at Thee, Power of Aggression, and Chooser of the Slain. So Rhino responds with a little threat, goes to attack. Yeah, we'll defend with Annabelle. 1, 2 damage. Then our encounter card, Rhino found a suit. So attach to Rhino when any amount of damage would be dealt to him, place it here instead. Then if there's at least 5 damage here, discard it. All right, we're bringing in Combat Training. Play under any player's control, max 1 per player. Our hero gets +1 attack. Then Chooser of the Slain is a hero action. Search encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and put it in play engage with you and draw 2 cards. I think we've got something in here that's pretty cheap. And it's put in play, so when revealed does not trigger. Scheme of 1, attack of 1. And drawing 2 cards, Energy and Angela. So we are going to thwart for 1. Angela's going to put the death glow on the Hydra Bomber. Then Have at Thee. Hero action, deal 7 damage to an enemy. If that enemy has a death glow attached, it gains overkill. So he soaks up 2. 5 breaks through, which is enough to get rid of his suit. This comes back and we ready. And then we're going to attack for 3, down to 6. And end her turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Best defense, smashing the problem, the Bifrost, or flight, and a quick strike. So we get a threat, we're getting attacked. Throg jumps in, 3 damage. Throg jumps over. And counter card. Bump scares in play, assign X damage among heroes and allies where X has amount of threat on it. If it's not in play, surge. I'm tough. When revealed, give Rhino a tough status card. Something we don't have an answer for, don't think. Just going to bring in her flight. So after the enemy with the deck low is defeated, discard this to remove 5 threat from a scheme. Then we're just going to attack to get rid of tough. Then we'll go ahead and put the Bifrost in play. Only if your identity has the Asgard trait. It's an action, exhaust it, search your deck for an Asgard ally and play it, paying its cost, and shuffle your deck. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Best defense, have at the defense, audacity, and smashing the problem. So we get a threat, we get attacked for 2, just 2. That was nice of him. Counter card. Got a Hydra Mercenary with guard, 3 health, attack of 1, and no scheming. All right, we're going to spin Audacity as a resource to attach the Death Glow. After you spin this card, deal 1 damage to the villain. Then we're going to attack for 3 to defeat the villain. This comes back and we ready. Yeah, we're going to do it. Then we're going to attack for 3, down to 2. Flip over. Use the Bifrost to go searching for an Asgard ally and pay its cost. Search your deck. So discard pile is not an option. We've got Thor, but with play herd we defeat. I don't really want to defeat. So we get this Thor. And pay its cost of 3. 4-1, attack of 3 with 2 consequential damage, 3 health, comes in with toughness. When Thor attacks a minion engaged with a player, spend an energy resource. Resolve this attack against each minion engaged with that player. And we're just going to... Probably should have done that before and attached it up there, but I didn't. We'll keep have at thee. Got a Shield Maiden, Godlike Stamina, Power of Aggression, Dragon Fang, and Visiting Valhalla. So Rhino throws a threat up there, then schemes for 1. That's awesome. Our encounter card is Breaking and Taken. That's even better. That means when we flip that, we don't go find it. It's already out for us. So 3 threat on that. And back to our turn. All right, so we're going to use the Bifrost to go get the other Thor. And pay its cost. After you play Thor from your hand, and play it, paying its cost. I think it's still coming in from her hand. That I'm not totally sure about. So breaking out the rules, we find a card that satisfies the criteria. We add it to the game area indicated by the instructions on the search effect. And it says play it. So under play and put into play, the last sentence there said cards are played from a player's hand. So I'm assuming it's played from her hand. Let me know if I get that wrong. So we paid its cost. We're playing it from hand. Deal 2 damage to the villain, 3 damage instead if you paid for this using a physical resource, which it had, but it doesn't matter because he only has 2 health left. So he is defeated. We bring out the next version. We search and counter deck and discard pile for the break and a take it side scheme. We're not going to find it. It's already in play. 15 health. Then we're going to visit Valhalla. Return a Valkyrie card from your discard pile to your hand. I think the one that lets me thwart is the one I want to get. But that's an aggression one. Needs to be a Valkyrie card. In that case, we want Annabelle. And, well, I don't want to spin Dragon Fang. We're going to, because I don't want breaking and taking it out. So we're bringing her in play. Thwart to 1, attack of 1, 2 health. It's an alter ego action. That doesn't hurt the fact that we're already in that form. Search the top 5 cards of your deck for a Valkyrie card and add it to your hand and shuffle the rest back in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Godlike Stamina isn't terrible. Except it's not the card that's going to work for us. So we'll take have at the never mind, we'll take Chooser of the Slain. We're going to be drawing into have at the more than likely. All right. Thwart for 1, thwart for 1. Flip over, thwart for 1. Breaking and taking down. Then we're going to spend a resource to attach Deathglow up there. And end her turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hall of Heroes, Quick Strike, Valhalla, Have at Thee, and a Quick Strike. Goes up to 3. He's going to attack. We defend with Thor for 3, 4 damage. Loses tough. Encounter card. Rhino heals 4 damage. If nothing is healed, gains Surge. Ooh, Sandman. Schema 2, attack of 3, 4 health and toughness. And back to our turn. Well, Annabelle's good at getting rid of tough. Thor will attack for 2. Then we will attack for 2 or 3. Then Have at Thee, hero action, deals 7 damage to an enemy. If it has a Deathglow, it gets Overkill. But if Overkill mattered on Rhino, game would be over. So down to 8. And end her turn. We'll keep the Quick Strike. So we've got our +4 health and 2 godlike staminas. Get an encounter card. That could be dangerous. So one more card. Chooser of the Slain. Not our big damage turn. So we get a threat. We're getting attacked for base 3. We'll be fine. So 4 damage down to 6. Get her another encounter card. Attached to Rhino. It's got a +3 attack and charge. And we've got crowd control with a crisis. Comes in with 2 threats. So we can have Thor attack for 3, down to 5 health. Other Thor attacks for 2, down to 3. And then we magically attack for 3, and that's enough to defeat Rhino. Before he can charge us, we did have a quick strike in hand if needed, and we could have healed 4 more damage also. But I think the threat was going to get risky there after a while, so that is Valkyrie in her precon deck, with just one minor adjustment, bringing in the Jane Foster Thor to help Odinson Thor. So I feel like there weren't that many minions in here to really take advantage of her death glow. But got an idea of how that works and how her cards work. So as always, hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.